Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. This is Danny Johnson from Danny Buys Houses in San Antonio, Texas. Today we're going to dive into a topic I get asked about all the time, selling your house fast for cash. Maybe you're sitting on a property you inherited, or you're just tired of dealing with repairs and real estate agents. Whatever your reason, I'm here to break it all down for you. We'll talk about who's doing this, why it works, the challenges that you might face, and how super simple it can be to sell your house as is to a cash home buyer like me. Stick around, we've got some listener questions as well, and let's get started. All right, so who's out there looking to sell a house fast for cash? I get contacted all the time by different people here in San Antonio that are looking to sell their house fast for different reasons. Maybe you're a homeowner who's saying, Danny, I've got this house, but it's a mess. I don't want to fix it up. Or maybe you just inherited a place from your parents or your grandparents and you're thinking, I don't live there. I don't need this headache. I don't know what I want to do with this. I just would rather sell it for cash. I've also talked to people who are moving fast. They've got a new job in a new city and they don't have the time to list with an agent and wait for a qualified buyer. Usually the seller just wants to avoid the hassles of selling through a real estate agent. They don't want to deal with all the showings. They don't want to have to make repairs to the house before putting it on the market. They just want to be done with it so they can move on with their life. Now, what ties all of these people together? They want speed, they want simple, and a lot of them want to avoid the hassles of a traditional sale. Think about it. No staging, no open houses, no waiting months for a buyer. With a cash sale, you're in control. You decide when it happens, and you don't have to lift a finger to fix that leaky roof or paint the walls or clean out the garage. That's why I love helping people like you. It's always a win-win. Now let's be real. Selling a house fast isn't always a walk in the park. There's one big challenge, figuring out what your house is worth. If it's a distressed property, maybe it's got old wiring or a unlevel foundation, especially here in San Antonio with the soil that we've got. And you might wonder, who's going to buy this? That's where cash house buyers like myself come in. We're real estate investors who see the potential and not the problems. We will make you a fair offer to buy your house, and there's no cost for us to do this. There's no obligation for you to accept our offer. If you don't like it, you don't have to take it. Another hurdle is the emotional side. If you inherited a house, it might feel tough to let go. I get it. Yeah, I've been there with families who say, Danny, this is mom's place. But here's the thing, holding on to it can mean more stress, taxes, upkeep, maybe even ending up with squatters, which I've had happen before, and it's not a fun experience. Selling fast can lift that weight off your shoulders. And then there's the paperwork, closing costs, title companies. It sounds overwhelming, but don't worry. I'm going to walk you through how easy we make all of this. All right, let's get to the good stuff. So how does this work when you sell to a cash house buyer like myself at Danny Buys Houses? It's pretty straightforward, really. First, you reach out to us. You can call me or just easier, fill out the fast cash offer form on DannyBuysHouses.com. Just head over to DannyBuysHouses.com and you'll find that form front and center on the website. Tell me a little bit about your house, where it's at, what shape it's in, and you don't have to stress about the details. I bought houses with holes in the floor and trees growing through the roof. True story. Next, I'll come out and take a look. No fancy home appraisal needed. I'm not some bank lender, with a clipboard walking around really nitpicking everything. I just check out the place, figure out what it's worth to me as is, and make you a cash offer. Usually I can get that to you in a day or two. Really, we just make you the offer there on the spot most of the time. All right. So and really that walkthrough is only going to take about 15 or 30 minutes. Some people stress and worry, hey, is this going to be like a 2 hour ordeal where you're crawling up on the roof and crawling underneath the house? No, we don't do that. We just walk around, take a look at everything and figure out what we would do to make it a nice home to sell. And if you like the offer, I hope you do, of course, we move fast. We handle the paperwork, work with the local title company, and cover the closing costs most of the time. You don't have to pay a dime out of your pocket for us to make this offer and close on this house. Most times we can close in a week or two, sometimes even faster if you're in a pinch. But we can allow you to pick whatever closing date you want. If you need more time, if you want a month, we can do that as well. There's no real estate agent involved, no commissions, no waiting. How does that sound? All right, I thought figured you'd say it sounded great because it's really an awesome thing because of the speed and ease with which you can sell your house. All right, so we've got some questions from listeners out there, and I grabbed a couple that I wanted to put on the show here. So first up, Maria from Alamo Heights asks, Danny, what if my house needs a ton of repairs? Can I sell it fast? Yes, you can, Maria. That's my sweet spot. I buy houses exactly as is, where is. You don't have to touch a hammer or paintbrush. I'm going to take it off your hands, fixer upper and all, just the way it is. All right. So next we've got John from the West Side. He says, how do I know if I'm getting a fair price? And that's a great question, John. And here's how it works basically. I look at what similar houses in the area are going for, what they're selling for, that have been fixed up already, right? So just once we fix it up, what is this house going to sell for? And then we determine what is the cost of the repairs that are going to be needed to fix this house up. And we deduct that from that amount that it's going to sell for, and we include in a small amount for a profit for ourselves, and that's how we come up with the offer. So it's cash, it's quick, and it's fair. You're not paying agent fees or waiting for a buyer to get a loan, so no balances. So it all balances out really. Plus, you always get to say, you can always say no if you don't like it, if it's not right for you, or it doesn't fit your goals. One of the questions is, sometimes that we get is, with the repair cost, how much do you determine for repairs? And with the volume that we do of the house that we fix up, we keep contractors pretty busy, so we get good prices. And so that repair total is not going to be the same amount as if you were to hire somebody that you called, that you found online and you called a contractor to come fix the house up. So uh, it actually allows us to offer a little bit more for the property. So if you got more questions, anybody out there listening, send them my way and I'll try to tackle them on the next episode. All right. So if you're wondering how to get started, if you've got a house in San Antonio you'd like to sell fast, here's what to do. Grab your phone or hop on your computer and head to DannyBuysHouses.com. Look for the fast offer form. It's right there on the homepage. Fill it out. Takes maybe 2 minutes. Tell me about your house and I'll get the ball rolling. No pressure, no gimmicks, just a straight up cash offer from a local guy who's been doing this for years, since about 2003. So whether it's a house you inherited, property you're tired of fixing, or just a quick move, I'm here to help and let's make this happen. And that's pretty much all I've got for the show today, folks. So thanks for hanging out with me, Danny Johnson from Danny Buys Houses in San Antonio. If you're ready to sell fast or just curious, hit us up. Head over to DannyBuysHouses.com and we'll see you on the next episode.